So is Elixir the best Sauvage to date? Let's go ahead and unbox this and find out. Hey, what's going on guys? Hunter here and welcome back to my channel if you are a return subscriber. And if you are new, what I do is I make fragrance related content. So if you love fragrances, please just hit that subscribe button down below. But as you guys can tell by the intro, that is correct. We're finally going to be doing an unboxing and first impression of the newest Sauvage flanker, which is Elixir. Now, I did actually get this at Macy's, and the reason I actually picked this up because I got a steal for it, guys. I got this for 50% off. Now, Elixir usually retails for 155 bucks for only a 60 ml, so this is a very, very expensive fragrance, especially for a designer fragrance. That's actually leaning in towards niche pricing. But since I have a very close person in my life that actually works for Macy's, they were doing a 50% off on all fragrances, so I had to pick this up. So I got it for around 75 bucks, guys. So you can't really beat that. And of course, you see that Macy's thing right there as well. But yeah, so I'm so excited to actually be smelling this one now. To let you guys know, I did smell this when it first came out, but just very briefly on a test strip when I was at a department store. Didn't really pay much attention to it, didn't do any testing, didn't spray it on my arm to test it throughout the day, nothing like that. So I'm not very familiar with it at all. And something about it kept me thinking about Elixir. So I'm so glad to finally have this in the collection. So let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging. Of course, this is a completely different packaging to the old or the original Sauvage, the Eau de Parfum and Parfum, which by the way, the only reason I don't own the EDP or the Parfum because I wasn't really impressed with either of those. It wasn't really different to the original EDT as pretty much to purchase a bottle alongside the EDT, which I do own. And to let you guys know that as well, Sauvage is actually a fragrance that pretty much started my entire collecting and my whole fragrance journey. If you guys want to, you can go catch the review of Sauvage as well too. But today we're all talking about Elixir. So it comes in this beautiful box. It's kind of like a niche box, kind of like Amouage when you pop open the top and the fragrance sits inside. So I can't wait to check that out. And it is kind of embossed as well. Of course, you had the Christian Dior stamp right there, the sticker. And then on the bottom, you do have your barcode and probably your batch code as well to authenticate your product and see when your product was produced. But yeah, let's go ahead and open the top here and take that Dior sticker off just like that. I know a lot of people actually, I think, keep those stickers for some reason. Maybe it's worth more if you resell or whatever. I don't usually resell, but yeah. So open that up, put the cellophane to the side, and here is the box. Whoops. So yeah, be careful with this if you're opening it. Do not grab by the top because your bottle will pretty much fall and smash on the floor and break, and that will not be good. But yeah, you do have the CD logo up there on top as well, which is embossed, which looks fantastic. Now, like I said, this is, I don't know, I'm assuming Elixir is actually a straight de parfum, which is obviously the highest of fragrance concentration oils you can get. And actually Dior set a trend with Elixir because now a bunch of fragrance companies are going to be following that. I know Paco Rabanne is launching a 1 million Elixir. I've seen that in the news. So I think it's kind of interesting how they actually set a trend with that. So pop open the top. It's not foam or anything like that in there. It's just cardboard. And then here is the Elixir bottle, guys. So it does look very similar to Sauvage. It's a little bit smaller. And now it kind of has like a plaque where it's kind of embossed right there, which I think gives it like a more luxurious touch. And then check that out. Inside, you actually have the Christian Dior B. So if you're all trying to authenticate your product, look for these cues right there, guys. All right, so let's look at this bottle here. Wow, that's a very deep circle right there, more so than all the other Sauvages. Wow, this is a very, very small bottle. I wish they launched this in the 100 ml, but if they did launch this in the 100 ml, probably around like 200 bucks. So very, very expensive. I'm not sure what audience Christian Dior is trying to go at. I don't know if it's like the general public because this one, at least from when I first smelled it, smells a lot more complex, a lot more daring, niche-like than all the other Sauvages. So I'm not 100% sure who the target audience is for this, but of course you have the CD up top. And let's see, I'm sure it's a magnetic cap like all the other ones. So yeah, also a magnetic cap, which is nice. And let's see, the B is also inside there, just like all the other caps as well. and see these. So of course, attention to detail with Dior's or Sauvage in general is always top notch, guys. Wow. Okay, so I kind of got a smell out of it, so I'm so excited. Let's go ahead and spray this. I'm actually going to spray this one on skin. So I want to see how it actually develops and wears. So let's test the atomizer. Dior's have the best atomizer, so this one shouldn't be no different. Wow. Wow. Did you guys see that spray? That was amazing. So let's go ahead and smell Elixir Sauvage. Oh my goodness. Wow, guys, this is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. And lately I've been more into like niche fragrances and stuff like that, but Sauvage Elixir is not boring whatsoever, especially compared to the original Eau de Toilette, which is loved by many people. It's one of the most popular fragrances for very good reasons. Very like heavy on ambroxan, very heavy like on pepper notes, really spicy. This one here, I do also get that spiciness to it, but I'm getting some kind of like cinnamon vibe in this one, guys. It's also kind of got like a barbershop feel to it as well, which is, yeah, lavender in here. Wow. But there's something unique and different in this fragrance. I'm not sure what's giving it that vibe. But yeah, you still get that like Sauvage sort of DNA. You can tell it might be like Sauvage's great uncle, so to say. It is kind of sort of in the same family, but very, very different. I mean, honestly, smelling this, it would be hard to say, oh wow, that's a Sauvage, or that smells like Sauvage, or Sauvage flanker, or what have you. It's very unique and different to that, or to all the other Sauvages at least. But saying that though, if you do enjoy the Sauvage DNA, you know, really crowd pleasing, peppery, it's very masculine smelling. I'm sure you would like this one, but I don't think this is blind buy worthy, in my opinion, just because it is a little bit more complex, more daring, and more dark. It's like a darker version of Sauvage. I'm also getting on like a bunch of woody notes in here as well. But it's not like your traditional like cedar wood, maybe sandalwood. But I'm getting something else. Almost smells like almost like an oud vibe to it. I don't think there's oud in Elixir. I don't think Dior would do that, but I get some kind of like a dark, kind of mysterious wood smell in here. And it also doesn't open up very citrusy either. I think there is, I believe, if I remember, I think there was grapefruit in here. But I'm not really picking up on much of grapefruit. It might be there faintly just in like in the background, but not dominant whatsoever, guys. What's more dominant is I think that cinnamon note and lavender in here is the more dominant fragrance notes. And very woody. And I'm not sure what's giving it that spice. I know, obviously Sauvage is ambroxan heavy. I'm not getting that synthetic ambroxan note in here. This actually smells much more natural than all the other Sauvages by far. It's not like piercing, not sharp, not almost headache inducing I get from the EDT. This one's much more well-rounded, guys, much more sophisticated, and just, wow. So well blended together. I'm actually very shocked with Elixir. I cannot wait to wear this one. As far as seasons go for Elixir, it is the darker variant of all the flankers. This is the darkest one out of all of them. So you're gonna wanna stick to fall and winter. I know the original Sauvage was like a very versatile, you can wear it all year round. I mean, this one you could, but it is very, very potent, very dense. I guess it could be a signature scent, but I can see this one being very strong, very cloying in like spring and summer. So more so in the fall and winter, stick to those seasons. As far as age groups go, just off the bat from the opening at least, it is drying down to be much more woody. And I'm also getting like a nice golden amber, which obviously ambroxan is sort of a synthetic note of amber or ambergris, whatever have you. But this does have amber in it. And I am picking up on a nice warm, it is a very warming fragrance, very golden, very warm, very comforting. And I think this is actually very, very sexy as well. I know all these Sauvages, a lot of women love Sauvage. They think it's one of the sexiest fragrances. This one is without a doubt very, very sexy as well. I'm sure the women will love Elixir. If that's what your main focus on is compliments, yeah, you're not gonna go wrong with this one. And I'm sure the performance is nuclear with the Elixir flanker. Probably just like the EDT. I'm sure this lasts a lot longer than all the other ones. I'm not sure about projection. I'm very excited to test this out. So maybe I'll do a full review in the future about the performance, stuff like that, and more information. But this is just a first impression. And it is changing, which is nice because the original Sauvage is very linear, guys. What you get in the opening is pretty much what you're gonna get in the dry down. It doesn't change that much because it is a very synthetic fragrance. But being more natural with the Elixir, obviously it's gonna have more depth, more character to it. It's gonna be more live-like, which I enjoy. But age group scale, it's definitely more mature than the EDT. I say anyone can wear the EDT. If you're in middle school, high school, if you like fragrance in middle school, definitely wear EDT. High school EDT. If you're going to college and stuff like that, you might want to sway away from the EDT. Either try like the Eau de Parfum or Parfum, or now the Elixir, which is much more mature and yeah, much more grown up. It's like a grown up version of all the other ones, pretty much. I know the EDP and Parfum are more dense as well and more mature, but this one is just, man, this is like a sophisticated adult smell right here. It's pretty much how you can describe it. Wow, that's good. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna do it for my first impression of Elixir. Let me know if you guys have purchased this one. I know it's pretty much brand new, just launched, I think like a few months ago now. I didn't pick it up on a launch or anything like that, but I'm glad to finally have it, and I'm gonna be getting a lot of wearings out of it. But let me know down below if you actually own this or think about getting it either for the holidays or if it's on your wish list. Let me know that. I'm very curious and your thoughts on this one. But leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you guys haven't already, and I'll catch all you guys in the next upload. Take care, everybody.